There are people who speak Māori through their instruments. These are kawaio, and these two, they just make different sounds, lower, higher. So you blow into it, it's got a hole in the middle, made out of wood. You blow on one end, sound comes out the other end. One was used often in the context of war, but announcements were made. The noise would come out. We have, people liken it to a didgeridoo, but we have a long wood. It's sort of the shape of a tube, and it's got a mouth at one end, and you blow into it on another end, boo, but really loud. That's my best impression. Lots of natural instruments, mostly wood, mostly from the ocean. Because of this concept of wind being a component of sound, Tāwhiri, the god of wind, water is one, and trees are the other. They're the three primary gods. It's just a dance between the different gods. The other member of this group is Tūmatawenga, who is the god of war. He and his brother are the two people that govern the realm of performance and dance and sound and wind. So we do have a godly connection to it, but ultimately it's used as a practical tool to survive, to live, to grow, to learn, and to pass on our traditions.
So in our Niue culture, we perhaps maybe have two main ways in which music and dance, or music and how it plays a part in our lives, in our culture. One is celebratory, and us getting together, singing at life milestone moments. And then the second part is our worship, congregating, fellowshipping together, and then worshiping God. This here is a ukulele, Cook Island, I believe, or Tahitian inspired ukulele, but we use ukulele and guitars in our singing. We like to play these instruments and we sing. What's my favorite? I'm holding a ukulele. I'm not that good, and apologies, my strings are broken, but I do like a ukulele because it's usually higher pitch in nature, and sometimes you might have people playing a guitar, ukulele. It sounds really nice. So here we have on the ukulele as a design carved out, and it's a turtle head. Apologies, turtle, I don't really know what to call these other than your flippers or your hands, and then the body here. I don't have too much depth to this. Turtles are revered, some symbolic nature to them. We don't see them as food. Somewhere, somehow, there might be some deeper meanings to what turtles represent. Turtles also feature on other carvings. We sometimes have wood bowl carvings fashioned for fruit bowl and stuff, and they might be fashioned as a turtle. We see it in various prints, tapa, or new types of printmaking. But I guess in moments where we are mourning and there's a death in the family, then what I would consider is that primary instrument is not necessarily a guitar or organ and stuff. I feel it's our voices. When we're sitting in the company of others and we're singing together, I think it's soothing. Sometimes it's a bit loud, but I think on the other side of it, it adds to our well-being. It touches upon our heart and emotions, and I think that perhaps serves another function that's a little bit more deeper and emotional and spiritual. So I say Samoan people, they sing is nice harmonies. Māori sing nice, but the Niue people, like harmonies is like optional. But number one, priority, volume, loud. It's like we figure out the harmonies after, as long as everyone's loud. Special.
Right, so we have a few here with us. These were male instruments, only men played them. We don't know the reasons why it was given gender, but as is was the rule then. This one is probably my favorite, maybe. This is called Kuldi. Is a sort of a portable organ, I guess, if I can say that, yeah. It's made out of reed and gourd. At the time when this instrument, which is called sape, was only 2 string, they would accompany each other. During rituals, this instrument here, sape and gongs and long drums, were the main players as they help the shamans invoke the spirits to come and help them with their pleas and needs. We share with the Kenyah community, our sister tribe. This was just a show size. It was bigger then. It was much bigger. And it started from 2-string, and then it became 3-string, and it became 4-string. And here's a dainty little piece, actually a women's instrument. They call it the tong. In English, you call it Joe harp. You can find this almost everywhere in the world. It's my favorite because I can play it to annoy my neighbors and my siblings early in the morning. It's very handy. I can just bring it anywhere. So those are the few instruments. The others that I mentioned earlier were the long drum. That is probably severely endangered. Really massive drum, maybe at least 10 meters, 8 meters long. They usually hang it on the chief's veranda because it was used as a instrument of communication. Certain notation, certain sounds meant certain events. Of course, the gongs, they serve musical instruments as much as there are for other purposes like paying your penalty or dowry and other ritual or celebratory purposes. Yeah, those are basically a musical instrument.
In the old days, to send messages to people, we used a drum. It used to be just a log drum that would sit on a marae, and you know the size is massive. So there'd be a person allocated to hit that, right? So I believe there would be certain patterns or certain beats to indicate certain things. So if there's a meeting to be held in the village, the person in charge would hit that pattern and everybody would go, we have a meeting, let's gather. So if someone sees something coming on the horizon, ooh, what's going on here? Could be a war. The drums were used to send messages to the people. Now in today's, the drums, which is this is one of them, the log drum, is used for entertainment purposes. So its size has shrunk down a little bit so we can carry it around. It's to draw crowd. It's to make your heart beat really fast when you hear it, you know. There's always the ears, yeah, and this is your mouth. So the sound obviously is going to come out of that. You wouldn't hit on the side here. Then it brings us to the ukulele, or ukulele, as most people will say. So this is kind of like the version that we used to have back in the old days, where it's coconut shell and wood. We used to actually have we'd make small pieces of wood, stick it inside there, make a split, and then put the strings around it and just use that to turn. Yeah. In the Cook Islands, everyone will have one of these, and also the drums.